guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Naomi here, and if you are new here, welcome here, and if you are not new here, welcome back, you guys. So today I'm going to show you how to build credit for the first time. But before we get into that, let me explain first what credit is and also why it matters. So basically, credit is a loan of money. It can come in different forms like a credit card, a loan, or even a mortgage, okay? So when you use credit, you're basically borrowing money from a lender and you have to pay it back along with interest, okay? So the interest rate you pay depends on your credit score, which is a number that shows how trustworthy you are as a borrower. Your credit score is calculated by different companies like Vantage Score and FICO. And these companies use 6 methods to calculate your score. Number 1 is payment history. Payment history is the most important factor. It shows whether you pay your bills on time or not. And the more on-time payments you have, the better your score is. So, for example, if you have a friend who borrows $50 from you today, they pay it back and they come tomorrow and you borrow them $100, right? They pay you back. So basically now, with this method, they are building trust with you. He has a history. He has good payment history, okay? And it's the same thing with lenders. Number 2 is the length of credit history. And this shows how long you've been using credit. The longer your history, the better your score. The third important factor is credit usage. And credit usage shows how much of your available credit that you are using. So the lower your usage, the better your score. For example, let's say that you have a $1,000 credit limit on a card. Are you just going to max out everything, or are you going to use it wisely and pay as agreed? The choice is yours. Number 4 is total balances. And total balances show how much debt you have in total. The lower your balances, the better your score. Number 5 is recent credit. And recent credit shows how many new credit accounts you've opened or applied for recently. The fewer inquiries and new accounts, the better your score. The banks basically don't want you to chew more than you can bite. Okay? And the last important factor, number 6, is available credit. And available credit shows how much unused credit that you have. The more available credit, the better your score. And so with credit scores, they typically have a range, right? From 300 to 850. So the higher your score, the more likely lenders will think you'll pay them back. So like earlier, we were speaking about how you had a friend who borrowed money from you today and then they pay it back and then they come tomorrow and they pay you back again. It's the same thing here with the bank. So basically, like I said, the higher your score, the more likely lenders will think you'll pay them back. So they will trust you. They'll believe that you won't run away with the money they loan you. So they'll feel trustworthy enough to give you that money or however much you need because they know that you will pay them back, okay? And also, the lower the risk of lending to you, the lower the interest rate you'll get on credit cards or loans, okay? So you may have a question and you may be asking me, hey, Naomi, but how do you even build credit for the first time? Okay, I got you. It can seem like a catch-22, but basically how I would answer this question to you is you need credit to get credit. That's all. You need credit to get credit. Have you ever heard the phrase, you need money to make money? It's the same thing. You need credit to get credit. Okay, so you may even have another question. How do I get credit when I don't even have any credit to begin with? Don't worry, I got you with that too, okay? So there are many ways that you can start from scratch, okay? So if you don't have credit, you can get credit. You can build credit, you know? One way that you can start from scratch is by using someone else's good credit, okay? Let's say that you have a family member or like a trusted friend who has a good credit score. You can ask them to help you out in one of the 2 ways, all right? Number 1, have you guys heard of co-signing? I'm sure you guys have. But if you haven't, you can have them co-sign a loan for you. And basically, this means that they can use their credit score to get you approved for a loan. But they also agree to pay it back if you can't. Okay, so this can be very risky for them. All right, so that's why I was saying maybe a family member or a trusted friend that, they're good with you and you're good with them. And yeah, don't burn no bridges, y'all. It's not good. Don't burn no bridges. All right. So basically, like I was saying, with this being risky for them, if they want to use their credit score to get you approved, you should make sure that you don't miss any payments or damage their credit score. Okay, that would be wrong. Someone's trying to do you a favor, and by them helping you, you damage what they got. That's not cool. That's not cool. So don't do that. All right, don't do that. Number 2, you can get added as an authorized user on their credit card. And with me saying this basically means that they will let you use their credit card with your name on it, but they still get the bill and are responsible for paying it. But this can be a good way to build your credit history and payment history as long as they pay it on time and don't max out their card. You may also say, hey, Naomi, well, those sound like good points, yeah. But what if I have no one to co-sign for me? No problem. I got you too. So another way you can do to build your credit is you can use secured loans or secured credit cards. So if you don't have anyone who can help you with their good credit, you can also use your own money to get started with secured loans or secured credit cards. And basically, these are products that require you to put down a deposit as a collateral, which reduces the risk for the lender. So the deposit usually matches your credit limit, but sometimes it can be lower. So if you don't know what a secure loan is, secure loans are loans where the lender holds onto your deposit until you pay off the loan. And by making regular payments on time, you can show that you're responsible with credit, and that will improve your credit score. Okay? So secured credit cards are cards where the lender uses your deposit as a backup in case you don't pay your bill. So by using these cards, like regular cards, and paying off your balance in full every month, you can avoid paying interest and boost your score. Okay? So when you use secured loans or secured cards, make sure that the lender reports to the 3 major credit bureaus. And the 3 major credit bureaus are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And by this way, your activity will show up on your credit report and affect your score. Okay? Another way that you can build your credit, you can use special loans or cards for low or no credit. So let's say you don't have any money for a deposit, or you want to try other options. There are some loans and cards that are designed for people with low or no credit history. Number 1 being student loans. Yes, student loans, y'all. Student loans are loans that help students pay for college or university, and they usually don't require a cosigner or a credit check as long as you can prove that you're enrolled in that school. So by paying these bills on time, you can build your credit history and your credit score. Okay? The second option is student cards. Student cards are cards that are made for students who have little or no credit history, and they usually have a lower interest rate and fees than regular cards, but also lower credit limits. And by using these cards wisely and paying off your balance every month, you can establish your credit history and your credit score. Also, that will be a great way to build credit if you don't have credit or whatever. So the third option that you can use to build your credit, if you don't have any credit or if you have low credit, you can use retail store cards. Retail store cards, okay? And these are cards that are offered by some stores or brands that let you buy their product on credit. For example, you can get a Macy's store card or a Walmart store card, and they usually have higher interest rates and fees than regular cards, but also easier approval. So by using these cards sparingly and paying off your balance quickly, you can improve your credit history and your credit score, which is the goal, okay? So these are some of the ways that you can build your credit for the first time. But remember, the key is to use credit responsibly and pay your bills on time. By doing this, this will help you increase your credit score and get access to better credit products in the future. So that's all I have for today for you guys. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more tips on credit and personal finance. If you have any questions or any concerns, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. I thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.